Thank you, Madam Chair, and I realize that I'm going to be the lone dissenter here on this suite of bills, although I have a deep respect for my friend from Los Angeles, who was the first senator that I actually sat down with when I got elected to this body, and I'll never forget that day we sat down.
I appreciate that.
And I know that there's a philosophy here in the majority party that we want to do whatever we can to rehabilitate people that have committed serious and non-serious crimes within the state of California, and I support those efforts. But I'll tell you, in my district, after we've seen the historical perspective of AB 109, Prop 47, and Prop 57, the number one issue in my district is people's concern about public safety, as we've seen crime in at least the 28th district go out of control. And while I'd like to say that we want to live up to the name rehabilitation within our prison system, I do believe that we should have punishment for people that commit serious crimes, and there should be consequences, and those consequences should be made known to those that are considering doing those serious crimes. And one word that I haven't heard, I don't think once, in the three bills that are in this suite is the victims. You know, they're not here to talk about the devastation to their lives with the loss of their loved ones or the assaults that their loved ones have had to endure. And how many victims have we saved by keeping some of these more dangerous criminals behind bars for the mandatory 5-year penalty enhancements that, by the way, you only get that if you are a striker and you get accused of another strike, which is a very serious felony. If it's just another crime, it's just a doubling of the sentence without the 5-year penalty. But it's also interesting that in the past three bills, we're looking at judicial discretion, and in some cases we want to have judicial discretion, and in other cases we don't want to have judicial discretion, with the ultimate goal of basically taking care of the mantra, we need to get rid of our prison population. And I agree, I'd love to have a smaller prison population if it didn't come at the expense of public safety that our innocent citizens have to endure in the community. So while I appreciate the efforts of my good friend from Los Angeles, I'm concerned that there needs to be consequences of crimes. We need to do more. We'll agree, we need to do more, as my good friend from Santa Barbara mentioned, to rehabilitate people, to get them moving in the right direction, but we also need to take consideration of victims and prior legislation that, you know, it seems to go in waves. You know, we want to get tough on crime in one decade, and then we say, well, we've gone a little bit too far, and now we want to be real loose on crime. I want to make sure that my communities are safe. That's the number one responsibility of an elected official, and as long as I serve, that will be my priority. Thank you.